Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, February 10th, 2025. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Finally, the birds are on top, and I'll tell you, it feels great. I might just need to play hooky and head to Broad Street for a parade. And there was another team that won the Super Bowl yesterday, and that was the Lighthouse. Thanks to the Heritage Baptist Church, totals are not quite in, but when I left, they were approaching the halfway point to their goal. And you can still donate online for the next week at heritageloves.com. You need your OMG fact for the day? Here it is. Tattoo coloring and Legos are made of the same material. Acrylonitrile, butadiene, styrene, and that's a mouthful. But there is some news that we need to get into, so shall we? The Annapolsi Police are investigating a fatal shooting that took place in Parole on Saturday night. Officers responded to a call on Holclaw Avenue where they found a juvenile male victim with gunshot wounds. He was flown to shock trauma where he subsequently died. And after feeling the heat for not informing the public when there was a neighborhood threat, the Annapolsi Police tried on Saturday night. They sent out a reverse 911 call just before 9 p.m., not to the neighborhood affected, but to most of the county, with an alert that said, quote, "For incident-type community members are being asked to detail any actions. Please contact XYZ at XXXXXXXXX with any questions. To confirm this message, press 1. To repeat, press 2. So, if you received this call, that was in reference to this shooting. Annapolis Mayor Gavin Buckley is pushing for some boat storage changes before he leaves office. The proposed changes would redefine boat length limits and horsepower for docking at street-end parks. Now, the mayor was reprimanded by the Ethics Commission when he was docking his oversized boat near his home back in 2022. So the answer was to, quote, deputize the boat and have the council vote for an exception to the law so the mayor could park his boat near his home. Now that he is term limited, he has introduced legislation to increase the allowable size and horsepower to accommodate his boat, which will not be deputized after the election. Despite what some other people have suggested, this is not merely a reorganization of the existing code to change paragraph numbers, etc. You gotta love politics. The Maryland State Police Polar Bear Plunge has raised more than $4.4 million for Special Olympics Maryland. Thousands of participants braved the icy waters of the Chesapeake Bay at Sandy Point State Park to support the cause. The event, which has been held annually for nearly 3 decades, helps fund year-round athletic programs for more than 15,000 Special Olympians across the state. The Maryland Chicken Wing Festival is set to return here on April 5th at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds. The festival is going to feature dozens of wing flavors from local vendors, live music, craft beer, and family-friendly activities. Attendees will have the chance to vote for the best wings while enjoying plenty of entertainment throughout the day. Early bird tickets are now available at abceventsinc.com. On Friday on Canines and Crosstracks, we met Mocha, who is a bundle of puppy energy. If you missed it, you want to give it a listen and then get in touch with the SPCA and see if you can give her her forever home. And also on Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we chatted with Sean Adams, who is the owner of Naval Bagels, and he is really busy prepping for their 25th anniversary on the 22nd. Make sure you give that one a listen as well. Okay, I guess that is a wrap. First off, thank you, as always, for listening and sharing, and a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's daily news brief. Annapolsi Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Mac Medics. Ann Covington from CovingtonAlsina is here with her Monday Money Report, and of course, we have your eye on Annapolis weather. All of that's coming up for you in just a bit, so hang around.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Good morning, Anne Arundel. Here is your weather outlook for the next few days. Today, you can expect a cloudy start, but sunshine will filter through as the day goes on. Highs are going to reach about 43 degrees, dipping to 31 overnight. It's going to be a quiet start to the week, so you want to enjoy these dry conditions while they last. Tomorrow, snow arrives in the afternoon with 1 to 2 inches expected in the afternoon and an additional 3 to 5 inches overnight. Roads are going to become slippery quickly and travel may be impacted through the evening. Highs are going to hover around 35 degrees with the lows just below 32. If you have errands to run, get them done early. And I stopped at K&B Ace Hardware yesterday before the Super Bowl, and they had plenty of ice melt. And if you get some, make sure you get the pet safe one so you keep the animals safe. Wednesday, lingering snow in the morning, then a transition to rain by evening. Highs are going to be about 36 degrees and overnight lows at about 34. And that means in areas it could be cooler, so you want to be very careful on the roads. As for school, as we all know, Bob makes the call, but if I were a betting man, I would think there may be an early dismissal on Tuesday or perhaps a cancellation of after-school events and a snow day or online learning for Wednesday. Looking ahead to the rest of the week, expect a mild and rainy Thursday, followed by a colder and cloudier stretch into the weekend. There is a chance of rain and snow this weekend, so you want to keep an eye on that. And temperatures are going to bounce between the upper 20s and the low 40s. That's your forecast. Stay safe, stay warm, and get those snow shovels ready.
Hi, I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate Scout Molly's, this amazing little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center, and we're here to help. Whether you are shopping for the beautiful ladies on your holiday list or for yourself, we have something stunning for every occasion, from casual to black tie. From the Parade of Lights to New Year's Eve, we have the perfect outfit for every event this year. Scout Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thank you for shopping local.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing it can be confusing. Ann Covington, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it for nearly 20 years. Are you ready? Now, here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Covington of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. All three market indices were up last week, despite concerns of tariffs and inflation. Much of this is due to market fundamentals, as companies report earnings and we see if they are earning as much as or more than expected. This is the true price of a stock, how much people believe the company will earn in the future. While regulatory changes can impact earnings, much of a company's value comes down to what it sells and if it continues to do so profitably over time. Continuing our discussion on types of advisors, the last of the three is the IAR, or Investment Advisory Representative. If those initials aren't enough, an IAR works for an RIA, a registered investment advisor. To be an IAR, an advisor needs to have passed the Series 65 examination or hold the Certified Financial Planner certification. A CFP professional has completed extensive coursework, the equivalent of 9 college courses, passed the examination, and has 4,000 hours of experience in financial planning under the supervision of a CFP professional. The pass rate for the CFP exam is typically between 63 and 67%. If someone works as an IAR, they are held to a fiduciary standard. This means that they must act in the client's best interest. Part of this duty includes educating themselves on multiple options so that if they recommend a particular investment vehicle, they should be able to explain why that one is preferable to others or why this particular company is better. IARs work for a fee instead of a commission. This can be paid 3 ways: on an hourly basis for advice, as a flat fee for financial planning, or as a percentage of assets under management or advisement. The hourly rate and flat fee are self-explanatory. You should know what the charges will be and what you will receive in return. For investment management, fees are taken from the account either monthly or quarterly. When your accounts increase, your advisor earns more. When your accounts drop, and they will, your advisor earns less. An advantage to this method is that your advisor has no incentive to recommend one product over another outside of their belief that it is the best option for you. They are paid the same regardless of the underlying investments. They also need to sell things or place trades to make money. There are still some questions to ask if you are working with an IAR. First, ask if the fees are in advance or in arrears, meaning are you charged when your money first goes into the account with them or at the end of the fee period? You should also ask if accounts are householded. Many advisors charge a tiered fee, so as the assets they manage for you increase, the percentage they charge decreases. If your accounts are grouped together or householded, you will reach those discount points sooner than if each account is charged individually. Some advisors will also extend the grouping to include other family members. You should also ask if they charge fees on cash. And finally, you should make sure the fees on the underlying investments are also disclosed. If you are in mutual funds, ETFs, or other types of managed accounts, there are fees associated with those investments, and those fees are in addition to your advisor's fee. Your action item this week is to change the filter in your HVAC. It helps the system run more efficiently and helps your indoor air quality. Check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com or our Facebook page for more information and to see our upcoming educational events. CovingtonAlsina is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only, intent to make an offer, solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments for all risk, unless otherwise stated, are not guaranteed. Be sure to consult a qualified financial advisor and/or tax professional before implementing any strategy discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Covington with CovingtonAlsina.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mac Medics in Severna Park, where appointments are not necessary. Mac Medics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. Mac Medics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mac Medics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mac Medics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.